What's up, Geeks and Gamers? Welcome to another episode of Geeks and Gamers Daily. We're going to talk about Gina Carano, Elon Musk, Disney, the disaster known as Disney. This is the first time we have talked about this. I didn't do an emergency Cobra cast. We didn't do Tuesday Night's Main Event. I didn't do a video. Ryan didn't do a video. So this is the first time you've heard it because we never regurgitate stories around here. But we can't ignore this one because this could be the biggest story we've seen in a long time. I haven't even talked to Ryan about this. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Jeremy. Yeah, we have not talked about this at all, actually. We just all kind of did our own individual things. And then we end up here talking about it once again. But I figured the daily audience might not have had a chance. And there's obviously been a couple things between when you and Jay talked about Elon buying Disney yesterday on daily. Obviously had another little development, maybe just one little emoji on Twitter. That was before the Gina lawsuit and everything. It's been interesting to see the fucking meltdown that has occurred because Gina Carano announced a lawsuit. People coming out of the woodwork. It is really wild. The very same people, the fucking bitch-made beta cucks, right? These people who scream for diversity and scream for female empowerment have such a problem with Gina Carano, like all because of her very mild political differences than the rest of her Disney Lucasfilm co-stars. It's pretty insane.
It's the same kind of like, I don't know. It's just a weird mindset, but I do think that this could potentially be one of the biggest stories in entertainment for a long time, depending on how Elon ultimately navigates it. Now, again, the question I don't know is if he gets any involvement in like the ownership or tries to get any stocks,
or is he just fucking around?
Well,
like that's the question you always have to ask with Elon. Is he serious or is he literally just fucking with people?
Right. And the other question is like, because him and his company are like involved in a lawsuit, does that affect his opportunity to purchase within the company? I don't know the answers to that question. You know what I mean? I have no idea because obviously Elon Musk being the most followed person on Twitter and him talking bad about Disney in a lawsuit standpoint, that's devaluing the company or that's hurting the company's value in stocks. And if he goes in there and like, I don't know if that, would create an issue for him. But I don't know. I guess time will tell, but it is interesting. And you're right. You don't know. And this is the same thing we asked with Twitter. Is Elon just trolling? Is he fucking around? This idiot ended up buying the whole damn thing and changing the entire course of social media in the process. And I think that there's a lot more to think about with Disney and him getting involved with that. But the Nelson Pell stuff, man, is the fact that he showed up there and then he's like, we're just hanging out with some friends, thinking about companies to acquire. You're like, holy shit, man.
Wearing the same jacket that he wore.
Yes,
when he told Bob Iger to go fuck himself. Like the same exact one. And we'll get into it a little bit later. And obviously, Disney earnings call is today, right?
Yes.
Disney's latest quarterly earnings call is today. I think it's in the afternoon at some point.
Yep.
So like the timing isn't exactly a coincidence, right?
Yeah,
the timing of the lawsuit announcement, the timing of him going and hanging out with Peltz. So, yeah.
Well, I asked this question, and I don't know if there's a definitive answer, but like, I think Elon Musk arguably is the most important person in the world right now. I think Trump's the only other person you could put in there. What do you think?
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't think that's like going out on a limb saying the richest man in the world.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Who's like really committed to, let's be honest, really committed to a certain form of activism. Right? That's what Elon Musk is doing. Now it's activism for things that I happen to agree with a lot of the time in terms of, I don't think he's a free speech totality or I don't think he's a free speech extremist, meaning all speech should be free. I am. I think that you should be free to say absolutely anything. I don't think Elon Musk would go that far. I don't think he's trying to turn Twitter into that. But certainly he's trying to shift what has been the norm for a very long time. And he's got all the money in the fucking world to do it. And obviously, Trump is a former president who's looking to become president once again. And as soon as when he steps a certain way, people freak out. I don't know if you saw the Bud Light thing he talked about yesterday. And
who, Trump?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely going to be disagreeing with him on that on Cobra Cast tonight. Definitely going to be disagreeing with that. That's a horrible take from Trump. Horrible take.
I mean, I think that it's, again, I think the Bud Light thing, it was just so funny because it got turned into like a very specifically Bud Light thing when Anheuser-Busch owns like 130 different types of like beers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So people are like, I'm not drinking this anymore. I'm going to drink Modelo. Yeah, Anheuser-Busch. So it's like, or sorry, InBev, which is owned by Anheuser-Busch. So that whole thing was funny in general, but it's also really funny to see the people that have been shitting all over Bud Light as soon as Trump's like, hey, I think they're a good American company. They're like, I'm going out and buying a case today.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's a terrible take by Trump. Terrible. If Anheuser-Busch wants to make a public apology for it, then okay, but they haven't. And I know they've made some decisions that, like, I'm not mad at Dana White for making a deal with Bud Light. I'm not mad. Like, Dana White, it comes with the territory. You know what I mean? He's going to say things that you agree with and disagree with, but he runs his company the way that companies should be ran. But Trump saying, like, point blank, they're not a woke company, 100% wrong. He's 100% wrong.
Well, I think if you were to take it and compare it to, and this kind of with the point that Dana White made, he's like, when you look at a lot, like I've dealt with a lot of these fucking companies, these guys do the most for like the people who we kind of agree with or align with. That was kind of his argument when it came to Anheuser-Busch in general.
Mm.
And that was almost directly something that Trump talked about. Almost the same exact thing Dana White talked about is what Trump talked about. Now, I do think that Trump owns a decent amount of Anheuser-Busch stock as well. So maybe that's in the cards as well with what he's saying. But it is clear to me that Bud Light is actively trying to course correct everything.
Yep.
Now, they've not come out and made a big public apology, but look at who they got into business with immediately after that. UFC, who is known as by far kind of the most conservative or at least the most free kind of sports league right now. Got guys like Sean Strickland just shitting on transgender ideology like all fucking day with a Bud Light in the background.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's who they actively decided to get into business with.
Yep.
I think that there's going to be a big commercial for the Super Bowl this year that is, I think the message of that entire commercial is going to be bringing back the Bud Light of old and trying to recreate what they used to mean. I think that's what they're going to go for in the Super Bowl commercial. There's going to be a lot of people, though, that without an actual like retraction or apology for having this one trans influencer, they don't want to go back, regardless of how much Bud Light tries to show, hey, this is really what we're all about, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you have to equal what you did. You know what I mean? You publicly put this crazy person out there and linked this crazy person to your company. You know what I mean? So if you're going to publicly do that, you need to publicly retract or apologize for it. That's it. It's all people are asking for. Just like with the Gina Carano thing, you publicly defamed her. You publicly lied about her. You need to publicly apologize to her. Simple as that. You know? So not a complicated issue. Not a complicated issue.
Well, I guess we should get into reading some of these super chats already. We've just been blabbering.
Yeah, that's what we do. It's what we do.
Yeah, well, we gotta fill an hour somehow, right? All right, let's take a look at some of these. We've already got Tomac with a $50 super chat. What's up, Tomac? Says, well, it looks like Stellar Blade pre-orders are up. Got to pick that up. Jeremy, did you manage to hit 4K last night? Good times.
4K on super chats. Well over that. Well over that. So, shout out to the 199 for that one.
There you go. Shout out 199. Tobias Nexus for 10. Thanks to Nerd Wars, I'm nearly done with the next podcast. I need maybe 20 minutes more of GTFO gameplay to round it out, but thanks for the advice, and hopefully it'll be up Thursday or Friday night. Shout out Tobias. Woo Nation for 199. Thank you. David Nelson, member for 6 months. Would it be possible for me to set up my tabletop RPG game again at the Vegas meetup this year? Hail the 199.
That's a Gary. I mean, any of those? Have you done that before at the Vegas meetup? Because it's pretty packed in there. I think they did it outside though, didn't they? I feel like they did. Either way, that's a
on
Gary
the sidewalk.
question.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a Gary question there. So I would you would have to point those questions towards him.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Although he did officially announce the thing, right?
Yes, he did. He did. And he didn't even have the time right. So it's like it's either going to be at 6 or 7. I'm not sure. Damn it, Gary.
Yeah. He did make the official announcement, so that is happening. Vegas, second week of April.
Yep.
Project Taco for 10. OMG. I can't believe you guys are working with Tony Sentmanot. So real world tactical Tony. He was my favorite operator in Modern Warfare. Also, I built my rifles using his advice. Also, if you spam chickens, you're a queerdo beta cuck. Thank you, Project Taco. Yeah, Tony's awesome. We met Tony through John Bartolo.
Yes, and that so we're going to be playing that game tonight over on I mean a lot of different channels. We got a lot of different creators. So I'll be playing it on my D-Day Cobra 199 channel where I play a lot of Fortnite, and this is a game within the Fortnite custom creator engine through Unreal technology. And we're looking forward to it. We've definitely had a hand in helping design and kind of create this game with Tony's team. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm excited. It's going to be awesome. So probably around 5, I think it's 5 Eastern is when I have it set up for. I'm going to try to get the event set up before the stream ends, and then I'll raid that stream with this one.
There you go. Just that clown for 2. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. The Under Armour Gamer, remember, for 27 months, we lost a great American this week. RIP Toby Keith. Yeah, did you guys talk about that at all yesterday?
Talked about it a little bit, and yeah, it sucks. I mean, Toby Keith is awesome. I've always been a huge fan of him. He's always been a class act, very patriotic, and yeah, 62 years old, man. And I know he's been battling it for a while, and yeah, just awful that he's no longer with this man. So rest in peace to the legend Toby Keith, and I'll be rocking some Toby Keith songs this week for sure.
Yeah, I fucking love Toby Keith.
He's awesome. He's awesome.
Jay's secret racism for 5. Jay was sad last night on TNME because Gina said, not until we get married. There you go. Project Taco, welcome to the 199. Thunderstrike for 5. Today is National Women in Sports Day. Does that include the ones with an extra appendage now? I'm sure you're going to see a lot about that today from people like Riley Gaines and everyone. So for sure. Oh, Roscoe for $1 says, are you retarded? Thank you. Woo Nation for 5. If Elon buys Disney, would it be a good idea to sell to another studio, start from scratch, and completely eliminate what Disney Star Wars did? Listen, man, it's pretty early to be wondering about that, but like certainly with what Elon did yesterday, between literally trolling Bob Iger while standing next to Nelson Peltz. We can go over that. I know you guys talked about this yesterday, this video right here. But, you know, when Elon Musk shows up literally right next to Nelson Peltz on the red carpet, Nelson Peltz, who's been fighting against Disney for the better part of a year, basically saying, hey, I want a seat at the table. I want a board spot. I think that changes need to be made in this company. And Elon shows up randomly next to Nelson Peltz. That's obviously sending a message. It gets a little bit more of a message when he says something like this.
I just pulled this out of my closet, so.
It looks really, you look like a pilot.
Thanks, so I'm a pilot.
Oh, looking cool. So what brings you to the Lola carpet?
I'm just here with friends, you know, thinking about companies to acquire.
Whoa, like Fab TV? Maybe you can acquire Fab TV.
As he walks right next to Nelson Peltz.
This dude is such a fucking badass, man.
And then, of course, yesterday it got ramped up after the Gina Carano lawsuit announcement that Elon Musk is funding. An anonymous source just sent me this from Disney. It is mandatory institutionalized racism and sexism. Now, to be clear, this isn't like a breaking news or anything. This is something we actually talked about probably, I don't know, a year ago or something. But nevertheless, right, this is true. Like the on-screen, the leadership, the behind-the-screen representation, and what you require to make products at Disney, all this bullshit. And libs of TikTok, Elon, can you buy Disney and fix it? And this is how it started with Twitter. This is how it started with Twitter. And we didn't know if Elon Musk was just trolling or just fucking with people then. Certainly that became a reality. And now, a day before, this was less than 24 hours before Disney's next quarterly earnings call, which Bob Iger's already been sweating. And now he's got to deal with this. It's a masterclass in trolling Bob Iger.
It is, man. And he's clearly not. Look, man, Disney has just gone so far off the deep end with their identity politics and ruining so many properties. And now Elon Musk is not going. I think he's going to try to. I don't know if he's going to buy Disney outright. I think that's such a monumental decision. I think he would definitely get involved from. I think somebody said like 8.5 billion, which what he would need to spend to kind of become like a controlling share. I don't know. I don't know all of that. I mean, I know Valiant Renegade could probably talk a lot about that more, but
he could certainly like buy. He could just throw a couple billion down, to get a foot in the door. Like he could do something like that to be basically in the same position Nelson Peltz is in, to be able to like have enough shares to legitimately be able to try to demand a seat at the table and just be more of a problem for Bob Iger.
Right.
But buying the whole company, obviously Elon has a lot of fucking money, but he also would have to probably liquidate a lot of things if he actually wanted to make a purchase like that. I don't see an outright purchase or anything like that, like he did with Twitter, happening with this.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, holy shit. Again, this is the same bomber jacket. That's why he was talking about what he pulled out of his closet. It's the same jacket he wore when he said this.
But go fuck yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
Well, let me ask.
Freaking fantastic. So yeah, like that's certainly getting ramped up now. We'll see what happens. Again,
what do you think? Do you think he's actually going to get some ownership of Disney? Do you think so?
If I was betting, I would say no. Because just to be frank, if he was going to try to do that, I don't know if he would announce a big lawsuit against Disney with Gina Carano. Like, he would just like buy a bunch of fucking shit, get controlling interest, and then rectify that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I view it. But maybe he would also be willing to have that lawsuit go out just to make the PR that much worse for Iger to potentially help him get a foot in the door. I don't know. He's obviously got a lot on his plate already. And even for somebody like him, eventually there comes a time where you have too many things that you're working on. So if I was betting, I would say no. And I think more of it is just to fight Bob Iger and give him bad PR throughout this entire thing. That's what my guess is.
Now remind me, because I do not recall, did you think he would buy Twitter?
I don't know. I don't think I did. I thought at the end of the day, it was probably that he was probably going to like pull out of it at the end and not go through with it, but he did go through with it.
Yeah. My gut feeling is that he's going to do something with Disney. I don't know what, but I mean, I think he's going to do something with them. I don't think he's been flirting with this idea for way too long. So I think he probably will do something. And this is all because, again, I was not convinced he would buy Twitter. I was convinced that he was trolling. Now that we're in a post to Elon buying Twitter and turning that into the Everything app, the Everything app. Now that we're there, I see him doing this, and I'm like, he's probably, I feel more confident that he will get involved with Disney now after Twitter than I did prior when he was flirting with the idea of Twitter. So I guess we'll see.
Someone in the chat said odds are he bought it months ago when it was in the 80s. Like if he bought a significant amount, it would probably have to be publicly disclosed and everything.
People would know that.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. I doubt that that's the case, but I ain't an expert. My fucking stocks are like money under my mattress. So, Legion for $10. Good for Jeremy standing against Bud Light. If they can buy the way out of simply because execs is giving a fundraiser to Trump, then companies like Disney could do the same in the future. Bad precedent. I don't think it's so much about them fundraising with Trump. I'm pretty sure Trump has like a lot of Anheuser-Busch stock and has for a while. And that's kind of why he was quiet during the entire Bud Light thing in the beginning. That's my feeling.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, I mean, I just think it's a horrific take, and I'll talk more about it on Cobra Cast tonight. There's a lot to talk about. We got a time for the Tucker Carlson interview, which is dropping tomorrow. I will be covering that live as well. I think it's at 6 p.m. I just saw the stories going around. I think it's 6 p.m. tomorrow, so I'll be doing a live reaction to that. It's going to be nuts.
Scotch Earth, member for 7 months, says buck. Thank you. David Smart for 2. All hail the 199 and screw Bud Light. Thank you, David. Ministry of Wrong Think for 5. Investors sue Disney all the time. Remember, it never stopped anyone else. I think it's a little bit different if you're doing this right before you're trying to make like an acquisition of the company, like literally like the day before you hint about buying the company. I don't know.
Yeah, hang on. We got a 50 from Disco Cobra. I'm rolling. Super chats just keep rolling in, baby. Morning, guys in chat. So what's the deal with this Fortnite thing got going on? I need more info on that. I was half joking when I said I would donate more big boys. I would like to see some variety on that channel. Not that I hate it. No, totally. So there is this, they have this creator option for Fortnite where you can use their Unreal technology and create your own custom island within Fortnite. And there's a lot of creators that are making a ton of money. It's an ungodly amount of money. Some of them are making, this is the top tier people. So Tony and his team have been working on their own custom game within Fortnite for a while. They've been working with us to get some feedback on that. And we've, helped them kind of design and kind of create what the game type will be and some of the things that we can do to make it fun for people. So today at 5 p.m., we're launching that island code and it will be available to the public. We're all going to be playing it on stream. It's a 4v4 scenario, and there's a bomb within the match. It's a triple layered map, and it's pretty cool. And so we're going to be playing that tonight, and we're going to be urging everyone to go over there, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. We want to get your feedback on it, and so we continue to make it better and better. But I mean, some of the creators on Fortnite are making I think the top independent creator on Fortnite is making like 10 million a year. It's fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
A lot of money.
It's a lot of money. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys, and that'll be a lot of fun.
All right. Where are we? Gary's Beard Dingleberries for 5. It's true what they say. Behind every successful man is a woman. You see, it wasn't his fault. It was all the mischief of Ava Braun. Thank you. Repeat for 5. Ever since Geeks and Gamers went to the Red Coconut Club, it's now known as Orlando's #1 fig bar. Good going, you stupid figs. See you next MegaCon. Well, all I can say is I hope it doesn't suffer the same fate as Orlando's former #1 gay bar. So, just saying. All right. Mo Zamboni produced shareholders sue their companies often. Nothing new. Heroic Kitten for 20. Bob Iger is trying to sell Disney to Apple. I found out because I have a family member that works there.
Say that one more time.
Heroic Kitten for $20. Bob Iger is trying to sell Disney to Apple. I found out because I have a family member that works there.
Well, the Apple Disney rumors,
those rumors have been
going forever. Those have been going back to even when Steve Jobs was still alive. That has been a thing that everybody's been talking about. So I don't think that, am I buffering? Somebody said I'm buffering. I don't think that that's something that's actually going to happen, but it has been discussed for a long ass time.
Yeah. Well, let me know who you're, well, not don't let me know, but like who does Disney has a lot of employees, so I don't know exactly who you're talking about that works there. But Tobias Nexus for 10. Disney needs major fixing. Make good stories, support those films, stop pandering. I know Jerry doesn't like Zootopia, but it made over $1 billion. The only merch I saw was fan made or Chinese park stuff. I'm sure you were fucking had your eyes out for any Zootopia merch, Tobias.
I hated Zootopia. I couldn't stand it.
I'm sure that's the case. Let me see here. I think I'm supposed to look at a picture. Here we go. Quarter black epic as for Ryan's pleasure. That's rough. This is a sharp afro, though. Mike's afro looks like shit. It's just too big.
I want to live in a world where this does not exist in any capacity whatsoever. That's the world I want to live in. That is horrible. That is horrible.
Dan Vask for 99 Brazilian, so 20 cents. So after YouTube takes their cut, we're looking at 14 cents. If he paid through Apple, that's another 30%. So basically, it's 10 cents. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you so much. However, I can't run a business on these margins, Dan. I don't know what you're doing here, man, but it's not helping. It's not helping.
Dan, after just putting out it's gonna be his last attempt, right? This is the last hurrah for Dan Vask to beat Gary to $1 million. He went all out.
Listen, I talked to Gary. Gary's got another video. Dan, he ain't gonna beat Dan's not gonna beat him.
Yeah, I think Gary was like trying to put out a video yesterday.
No. Like, he's got another one.
Oh wait, Dan does or Gary does?
No. Gary does after this one. Dan ain't gonna beat him.
All right, we'll see.
I'm sworn to secrecy. But unless Dan is actually gonna listen to me and Ryan and fucking make what is the song from Barbie?
I'm just Ken. Like, he should have done that fucking forever ago. He missed
that one.
He missed it, right? He probably doesn't even know, right? This is the guy who thinks that Skyrim for the Xbox 360, like you find that in a rapper and that's like a desirable thing to have, right? Dan is too late to the party. He didn't. Yeah. He should have done it a long time ago. He would have already been at $1 million.
Yep. So we will see. Hey, Miss Peaches too.
Yeah, those are so easy.
He would probably be like $1.5 million at this point if he did those two, to be fair.
Slappy McSlapster says, Elon Van Skyber sends his chickens. Hail the 199. Thank you, Slappy McSlapster.
The 199 sends their super chats. Let's go.
Legion for 5. Ryan, Jeff Miller's the main lobbyist for Anheuser-Busch. He's holding a fundraiser for Trump next month, $10K per ticket. He posted on Twitter. Well, there you go. There's a connection right there, certainly. Heroic Kitten for 10 says, obviously, I'm not going to say who told me, but no, Bob was there recently discussing it.
All right, you don't get to spam like over and over again. If that happens, I will get the mods to get you out of here. So if that's all you're going to do is just spam over and over again, then you're gone. Mods, you got the approval. If they're just going to spam it over and over, gone, out of here.
So yeah, I wasn't asking like say who it was, but let me see if I can figure out this super chat. Obviously, I'm not going to say who told me, but no, Bob was there recently discussing it. I would say probably like 2 months ago, there were articles coming out being like, could he sell this to Apple? Blah, blah, blah. But because that's always been a question is Apple has so much fucking money. But the question is, for me, the question has always been, does Apple want to get into that business? Because we're not just talking about, oh, look, Apple's got their own streaming service and they're making movies and TV shows now. This is a theme park business. This is so much bigger than just like a movie studio.
Yeah.
So that's always been the question to me. Is that something that Apple actively wants to get into?
Yeah.
And that it's never really made sense to me from that perspective. But
yeah, absolutely.
But Bob Iger always has had very good connections with Apple, which is why for literally the past 5 years, at least once a year, it comes up the idea of them selling to Apple because they have the money and because Bob Iger has that relationship.
It is a huge decision, man. It really is. And I mean, again, has Twitter really operated differently though since Elon walked in there and fired 90%? Like, and I don't mean differently, like in terms about just like in terms of.
I mean, in terms of technically,
yeah,
have they suffered at all?
Yeah, they haven't. Not really. Have I noticed anything? I haven't. You know what I mean?
Like every once in a while, you'll open the app and it'll be like everyone's tweets are from the 31st of December, 1969. For some reason, little stuff like that, which I'm sure happened well before he bought it as well. But no, there's been no noticeable technical differences for Twitter since they laid off 80% of the people.
Yeah. And so again, man, like there's enough system in place for Disney. It's not like Elon has to hire all new people. He needs to fire the woke lunatics, which is that's a pretty big task, you know what I mean, within Disney. But I don't know, man. You know, taking on Twitter and 90% of their staff and it still runs pretty damn good. So I guess we'll see.
A lot of useless people there, apparently. We did. I know you guys talked about it last night in Tuesday's main event, but obviously the big story for us yesterday was the announcement that Gina Carano is officially suing Disney. This is what, almost 3 years after she was fired by them. That happened like February of 2021, somewhere around there. So it's been 3 years since she was dumped by Disney, really over having a different political opinion than everyone else in the woke Hollywood echo chamber. While there's other cast members posting their political opinions that are perfectly fine, Gina Carano's, that was a little bit different story. She announced yesterday the bombshell that she's suing Disney over her being fired, and Elon Musk is the one that's funding this entire thing. He also made it perfectly clear if anybody else thinks that they were treated wrong by any Disney or any Disney affiliate like Lucasfilm, Marvel, whatever, get in contact with him. He's willing to fund your lawsuit as well. But this was huge. Obviously, we just got off of MegaCon, which was a massive, huge deal, not only for us, but also for Gina Carano. She had long lines the entire time. She's doing a bunch of conventions this year, but pretty fucking cool to see it happen and to see everybody freak out over it.
Yeah, and I mean, again, this opens up so many directions they can go in. Have you read through the lawsuit?
So I've watched a couple people that have skimmed through the entire thing. I have not.
Yeah.
I've not read myself through the entire lawsuit. I'll do it at some point though.
Yeah, and I mean, like, if you look at something like, ultimately, it does seem like the whole goal is she'd like her job back. You know what I mean?
This is what it is. To me, what she really wants is, because for them to come out and hire, it's basically a big apology, right? Like that's what the fucking deal is. Hey, we treated you fucking unfairly, and we want a court order to force you to hire this person back to show that what this company did was fucking wrong. Right. Is there any other way that it could be settled? I don't know. I'm sure there's potentially a way it could be settled. But from my perspective, and I certainly don't know what's going on in Gina's head at all, I don't think that this is about money. I think it's about her name being dragged through the mud. And like, essentially, she wants a big public apology and a big thing saying that Disney was fucking wrong to do this. That she is not this terrible person. She doesn't hold these views that they labeled her as, and her getting her job back with that very same company would show everybody else in the industry that that's the case.
Yeah. I just think that there's so much more that this could open up, but it's a pretty detailed, well, I say it's pretty detailed. It's not like I have a long history of reading lawsuits and things like that.
Yeah, you're the expert. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm total expert, but it's interesting some of the language they use in it. You know what I mean? Like when they call it the Force is female, you know, and like a long time ago in Galaxy Far Away or something, whatever, however they opened it up.
In like opening summations like that, it's fairly common for them to that kind of use language like that as opposed to like the strict legal shit and everything else.
Like memes?
What do you mean?
Like they're memeing in it.
Well, I mean, throughout the entire thing, a little bit they are, yeah.
Yeah, they're memeing in it. You know, it's funny. It's funny as hell. So, but there's truth in it. And again, I really can't wait to sit there and watch somebody who's actually got some like legal mindset or something like that who could actually break this down, because I do want to know, like, because from me on the outside, like, it's like a slam dunk case. Like, it's clearly defamation. You know what I mean? Well, it's clearly defamation what they did to her. It's that second line in the release that they made. It's not the first line. You could say like someone's not part of our company anymore, blah, 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 blah. You can say that all day long. It's the second part where they straight up lied. And then that has had a negative impact on her public perception and her career. And I think you can point to that.
I agree with that. However, in terms of legally, I don't know if it's a slam dunk legally, because I think there's going to be a lot of things that have to happen in terms of intention and things like that surrounding those words. So I don't think that it's some like, oh, what they did was wrong. I think 100% was wrong, and I think I understand exactly what motivated it. However, proving that legally is a little bit different story. So I do think it's going to be a difficult thing for her to win overall. What I really want to see What I really want to see is the discovery that comes from this. And that's something that Disney probably doesn't want to happen.
Right.
Because once we start to see the emails of all these different people involved and what they were saying, what they wanted her to do behind the scenes, all the fucking shit that's there on those email servers of people discussing internally what to do about Gina Carano and how they decided to put that statement out, who was involved in putting that statement out. Those are all the things that I don't think Disney wants anybody to see. That's why there's no way they want this to go to Discovery, in my opinion.
Yeah, and all those emails and all the juicy stuff. Yeah, you're right. They definitely don't want that to happen. So I guess we will see how it all plays out. But Elon Musk being behind this, that is Disney's worst nightmare right there. That is Disney's worst nightmare. So we will see what happens. Shout out to Gina Carano. She continues to be the badass that we've always known her to be. And now she's making Disney's life miserable right now because, look, man, they deserve it. They deserve all of this. They've done this. You bought properties that had these huge fan bases and you ruined them with your own nonsense, with your identity politics and your agendas. You did that. You brought those fans into the equation. It's not like those fans came to you. You went to them. You brought those fan bases in, and then you trashed all of these IPs with all of these fans. So, of course, people are pissed off now. Of course they are. And they deserve it. So now you got Elon Musk and Gina Carano on you. Hell yeah. Love it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. Tanneroo for $10. What I would give to see just one video of somebody calling out Kathleen Kennedy in a restaurant or on the street. How do we not have any videos of these people getting called on their shit? I mean, I'm not one of those people. Like,
what's that going to accomplish?
Yeah.
What's that going to accomplish?
Other than make her into a victim.
Yeah, like I don't know what that accomplishes. Like to me, that's like that doesn't accomplish anything. Like what accomplishes it is people continuing to use your voice in a right way. But do you think Disney's going to like look at that and go, oh man, somebody came up on the street and yelled at her. We must, that does nothing but hurt what you're trying to do.
David P, member for 7 months, chicken posters pre-ordered Starfield. Well, thank you, David.
Oh,
P.
dude, the pre-order Starfield meme is fantastic. So
Mike Rogers, member for 2 months. Apple doesn't want Disney. They have too much debt. They have a lot of debt. Matrix and Roadshow. What's up, John? Member for 42 months. I call for a vote of no confidence in Chancellor Iger's leadership. Gina Carano, 2024. What's up, John? Our man from Black and White Sports over there. DeBeast, member for 12 months. Aloha to the Fellowship in the Snake Pit. Glad I found y'all. Thanks for these morning shows, boys. Remain blessed, all.
Thank you.
Let's see. Over on Rumble, Lord of the Ree for $1. Jesus. Did someone fuck either man Skyver's mom when she was pregnant with him? And in doing so, dent his skull, making him retarded? Just trying to understand why he's such a petulant man-child. Hail the 199. Well, thank you for the super chat, Lord of the Ree.
The way to do it, don't acknowledge. That's simple. But if you want to send me money and talk about it, you can. But my attitude for the last few years is just kind of just don't acknowledge, because it's not really the only thing. The only benefit to me is now the money I'm making. So from that perspective, it's pretty damn good. But
the Killer Spotlight for $5. Hail the 199. Gonna wait till tomorrow for my birthday to play the Final Fantasy VII demo. Hope you're all well. Thank you, Killer Spotlight. Malvale. What the fuck is this name? Maldale 2218 for $5. My friend works for Disney. They're totally buying Apple. Trust me, bro. I spoke with Bob Iger. Thank you. Tobias for $5. Is it still a house cleaning if you need to burn 90% of it to the ground and rebuild? That's about how a Disney house cleaning would need to be. Yeah, across all aspects, Golden Nuggets for $5. Elon's got to play it cool like a ninja. Ninja, Jeremy.
Ninja.
That's
Not
right.
the other N word that I've never said in my life except for that one time on stream. It's the only time I've ever said it. I've never said it.
You can tell that he's just so used to saying it that it was just at the tip of his tongue.
It's the first time I've ever said that word. It was a slip up, and I just apologize to Ryan. It hasn't been more.
That's right. Only I get to dictate who gets an N-word pass. All right. Mighty Megatron for 2. Did you guys ask Dan Vasquez about the Argentina winning all the soccer trophies yesterday? I missed some of the stream. I want to see his reaction on the replay. What are you
No,
talking about?
no, I did not. But we're mainly because Gary decided to troll Dan and hop on main event last night, which was pretty damn funny. So yeah, it was supposed to be Dan Vast night, and Gary pops on the stream. It's like, holy crap.
Of course. That's pretty funny, actually. But if you guys haven't checked out Dan's latest video, you should definitely do that. I don't know about subscribing. Yeah, that's up to you. But you should definitely check out his latest My Heart Will Go On metal cover, which is cool. Chico's Memories for 2. Alex Jones was right. Frogs are gay. Thank you. Patrick Kelly for 5. Disney destroyed Gina Carano to protect their criminal behavior. I will always stand with Gina Carano against criminal enterprise Disney. Yeah, me too. I love the fact that the lawsuit dropped the way it does. Elon's funding the whole thing. It's fucking incredible.
Earnings
and
fall.
I hope it goes the distance. Yeah.
Dude, this is the best. Like, to me, this is the best, like, diss of anything. Jeremy pre-ordered Starfield. So somebody said that last night. I think Cellular Dreams said something like Dan Vast pre-ordered Starfield, and we all just died laughing. It was so funny. So yeah, good stuff.
Kara Lynn, what's up, Kara, for $5? Thanks for helping make MegaCon an overwhelming success. We love y'all. Yeah, MegaCon was, again, there's really no other way to describe it than like a complete and total success.
Yep.
It was
across the board.
It was bigger. Like everything that could have possibly gone right went right. Anything that had possibly gone wrong didn't. So that usually doesn't happen when we're involved in planning things.
It usually does not. But hey, man, once in a while we get things right. So we'll take our dubs. So
that's right. The Angry Badger for 5. Such a weird timeline. Imagine being able to super chat the news 20 years ago and call Dan Rather a fig. You guys are the news now. Hilda 199.
Dude, I've been on streams like on Cobra Cast. People have super chatted me and turned to like this massive topic because they told me like, "Hey, this just happened. This just happened." It's an amazing. It's amazing, man. Really is.
Mo Zamboni for 2. I only use that word in traffic every day. Jeremy. Yo, that's a me thing. I think that's a quote from me for sure.
Yes, that is a quote from you.
Yeah, when those things come up.
Yes.
You know, what am I gonna say? I got to pull up actually one of Gary's more recent videos because there's a video that's starting to go viral. Actually, get to Gary's channel. Here we go. Let's watch this.
Orange Gonton says Tuesday night's main event, episode 69, the betrayal of the Vask was epic. Yeah, that was a hella good episode. That was
the betrayal of the Vask.
Yeah, last night was good though. Last night was good. That was dude. I think that if you take locals, Streamlabs, Rumble, and YouTube into account, I think GG made like over $6,500, and the majority of that's because idiots are trying to troll us.
That's crazy. That's a lot of fucking money. Jesus.
And people think I'm mad about people trolling the chat. Like, I literally will take that. And if you think, and I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, that's just." Dude, that's not the biggest stream we've ever had. Okay, we've had this stream right here. Me and Ryan have had we've made more money on this stream than even last night's. But that was definitely a top 5 G&G stream.
Oh, that one day when people just kept gifted memberships, I just wanted to fucking end the stream and leave.
I know.
I just wanted to be, because I had shit to do. I'm like, God. And we kept everybody kept me there. I did want to talk about this though, because there's a clip that's been making the rounds. I've seen a lot of different people post it. I've seen it going on TikTok, on Instagram. People are posting this little snippet of like people finally come to the realization of why the MCU has gone down the drain in such a big way, because they continue to hire people that don't care about the source material. They just want to put activism in everything. And ironically enough, the video that is getting clipped out is from Gary's fucking video that has about 700,000 views over the past week, and it's made by the great Perry Chan. So I figured we could react to this a little bit because now everyone's talking about it. but it's about 40 seconds. Might pause it a couple times in between, but just this gives normal people who haven't been paying attention an idea of why Marvel has gone like so downhill.
I have to be honest, I was not very steeped in the comics.
I didn't read any comics or do any research.
I wasn't familiar with the comics. I wasn't familiar with the movies.
We didn't lean into a whole lot of the history of the comic books.
Yeah, candidly, we were not enormous comic fans.
I wasn't super into comics when I was a kid. I read a lot of like indie press stuff.
First thing I was told is don't read the comics.
Really?
Like, it's just the fact that you can find this many clips from everybody associated with every one of these fucking movies and shows is nuts.
Yeah.
But this is the reality. These people don't give a fuck. Like, they don't give a fuck about what they're actually making.
Nope. They don't. They don't.
Now
it's almost like people that come to other people's chat and start trolling. It's like really SJW behavior. But as long as you take full advantage of it, like Gary has with Marvel and we have with trolls in the chat, I'm okay with that. You know, take full advantage of people that are trying to infiltrate things they do not care about.
As a creator, they put you in a bubble. They don't let you talk about any of the other projects, right?
You know, they're up for anything.
We ultimately decided to redefine it for the series and thought that it worked better for the story that we're trying to tell.
That's someone talking about why they changed Echo's powers to what they were in the comic books to something that had nothing to do with her in the comic books and instead was all about her being an Indian, her being Native American, because they really wanted to push that shit. And of course, the final one's the great Taika Waititi.
And thought that it worked better for the story that we're trying to tell.
Did you ever read you haven't read the comic?
When the DVD comes out, I'm going to read a Thor comic book and just see where we went wrong. One of these days.
Now, that's Taika Waititi during Ragnarok, just to be clear, right? Which is when a lot of people should have been up, like, wise to the fact that even if you like that fucking movie, you like the tone was different, that it was funnier, that holy fuck, this is not a guy who gives a shit about the comics or about the character. And then we saw what happened with Thor: Love and Thunder. But these are just a small snippet, 40 seconds, right? 40 seconds of normal people being able to see why everything has gone so wrong with Marvel. Yep. And it's funny that that clip from Perry on Gary's video is making the rounds everywhere right now.
Yeah. And I mean, again, man, like, no one's saying that you just should be hiring just fans. You know what I mean? You should be hiring qualified people that even if they aren't fans of the property are willing to do the work to understand the property once they're hired. That's all you're saying. Like, you know, and these companies have actively told the people they're hiring, you don't need to worry about the source material. You know what I mean? It's like, well, why wouldn't I worry about the source material that you're hiring me for? What shouldn't I do the research? You know, shouldn't I understand the world that I'm writing or creating or anything like that? And they're like, no. And of course, the people that they are hiring don't have any standards. So of course they're like, oh, great, I don't have to do that work. It's insane. You know what I mean? It's truly crazy. But again, we've known this for a long time now, whether it's something like going back to, again, my first memories of this. I don't remember if it's Mad Max Fury Road or Ghostbusters. What came out first?
Or Ghostbusters was 2016. I know that.
And Mad Max Fury Road,
2015.
There you go. First of all, we got green-haired anti-liberal, 5 gifted memberships. And of course, Alec Baldwin's finger, who we hung out with, met again. It's like second or third time now. Met you, Alec Baldwin's finger, and he don't miss. 50 gifted memberships. You want to?
Oh, yes. I met Alec Baldwin's finger I think I met it for the first time at TP. I don't think I had met him before the TP USA thing I went to a couple weeks ago.
Well, he was in Vegas. He was at Vegas. He was
okay, then I had to have before. Okay. Yeah.
He was in Vegas. It was a couple years ago in Vegas. He was there.
I got to hang out with him for a while at the TP USA thing, which is cool.
Okay. 50 gifted memberships. Let's go. Turn that chat green. That's the, man, I love seeing this chat. Just a shit show. You got chicken emojis. You got gifted memberships. You got super chats. And G&G and the 199 winning all day long. Another massive dub. Let's
What were you saying about Mad Max Fury Road?
So Mad Max Fury Road and Ghostbusters 2016. Those are the first two elements that I saw. identity politics creeping into stuff. Now, I hated Mad Max Fury Road. I fucking hate that movie. I despise that movie. I think most people love that movie. I think most people do love it. I fucking hated it from the moment I saw it. Then you look at like Ghostbusters 2016 and Paul Feig getting involved with that. And like those were the first elements of all of this. And then, of course, it just took off from there. And I think everybody realized it, obviously, with Last Jedi. You know what I mean? But if you go back to looking at The Force Awakens and listening to the build up to The Force Awakens, listening to Disney executives, what were they talking about? Well, we definitely wanted some representation in this film, and we definitely wanted to have, you know, people of color and female representation. That all was there, but we weren't like, it wasn't on our radar to think like too much of it. I remember thinking a little bit. I'm like, it's a little. Why are we hiring on identity? But again, identity politics wasn't this thing that was overrunning the industry now. You know what I mean? And now here we are all this time later, and the whole thing has been ruined by these freaks. The whole thing. And that video puts it into perfect perspective. That 40-second video puts it in perfect perspective. That's Ghostbusters 2016. That's The Force Awakens. That's The Last Jedi. That's The Rise of Skywalker. That's Solo Lost Money. That's the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Right there in that 40 seconds.
Yep. Ryan's Egyptian ancestor. What's up? For $20, I pre-ordered Starfield. Sorry, Ryan. Well, it's a miracle that I made it then. Huh? You had sex with a woman at some point. Oh, thank you. Gremlin Anku for 20. I'm a bit behind on the stream. Shit cell phone. But I don't think Musk wants to buy Disney. I think he wants to cripple it like they tried with X. That's a good point.
I think he wants, here's why I think he wants to. Because he's made quite a few comments about about Walt Disney and how much he respects Walt Disney and how much he appreciates what Walt Disney created and the legacy and the history. He has talked about that. So I think he does have an interest in that personally. Maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe I'm wrong.
Tanneru for 5. It would make me feel a whole lot better, that's for sure, knowing there's more people out there like me. I guess some of us go harder than others. I don't know exactly what you're referencing, Tanneru. It would make me feel a whole lot better, that's for sure, knowing there's more people out there like me. I guess some of us go harder than others.
I don't really know what that means. But
I get what you're saying. I just don't know exactly what it's in reference to for what we talked about.
What's it's in reference to. Yeah.
Maybe he meant people that say the N-word. I don't know. McTwiz for 5. Gina and Elon joining forces. Basically the overdue Avengers movie we needed now. LOL. Much love, Jeremy and Ryan. Thanks, McTwiz. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Oh, here. He says he says my first super chat, stoners.
Well, there you go.
We go. Okay. We got you, brother. We got you now.
Well, maybe he means the first one that he sent. Or is that his actual first super chat? Or did he send an earlier one?
We are retarded.
Yes. So here we go. Tanneru.
Okay, there we go.
What I would give to see just one video of someone calling out Kathleen Kennedy in a restaurant on the street. How would not have any videos of these people getting called on their shit? That's what he was referencing.
Okay. Got you. I get it now. Thank you for the clarification. I
love how Jeremy's like, oh, you just fucked up your first super chat, obviously.
No. He was just saying, I thought he meant it was his first super chat saying he appreciates that he found people that
I know.
So
yeah.
Whatever.
Jeffrey Richardson for 2. How's Beardo's bladder doing from yesterday?
I have no idea. What yesterday, like the meetup?
Probably TNME.
Oh, because he had to pee. That's right. Yeah. So he'll be. I don't fucking know. Fuck him. That's how I respond. Fuck him.
Unknown 199. Higher POTs. People of talent. Yeah, I agree. Just that clown for $1. Thank you. Just that clown. James Norman, member for 8 months. Somebody backstage needs to make you know what I mean. Counter donate the equivalent in money to charity.
I don't know what that means.
Someone backstage needs to make you know what I mean. Counter donate the equivalent in money to charity.
I agree.
Yeah, I love charity. Thank you, James. Mike Sauros for 20 Canadian. Shout out from Pembroke, Ontario. Hail the 199. Thank you, Mike. And I think we're all caught up, Jeremy.
No way. No way. The plot strikes back, who I got to meet at the meetup. Drop 5 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. Let's see.
I wanted to say some Naggernall in the Rumble chat as well early on. I forgot to say it earlier, but he said, tagged y'all with my photos from the con and meetup. Got home like an hour ago. Have not slept yet. Figured I may as well catch this stream while I have some steam left.
Hell yeah,
over
brother.
in Rumble. So
Hell
shout out.
yeah. Nah, man, it's good seeing. I saw him multiple times. He always the first day I saw him, he had the Snake Pit 199 Battalion shirt. Those shirts stand out, man. I kind of want to put those for sale again. Maybe do a campaign of those. Those shirts are fucking badass. So we may have to do something with those again because those shirts stood out. The 199 hats stand out, and I am working on. Hopefully, today's Wednesday. I'm going to try to get everything set up for Friday. If not, it'll be early, like first thing Monday. I'm going to do another campaign with the hats. Now, a lot of you said you want fitted hats over snapback. We had 50-50 on the poll last night. 50% wanted fitted, 50% wanted snapback.
Those are tough because then you,
I know.
like the snapback, obviously you just get one size, boom, you get a bunch of them. The fitted ones are much more difficult to handle.
I know. You know what I mean?
This is what James said. Every time you say, you know what I mean, you need a counter and then donate that to charity. That's what he was talking about.
There's a lot of things that I'll that I'll repeat over and over. I think that kind of goes for every streamer for the most part. You know, we kind of have our words that we just kind of lean into a little bit. So
yeah, everyone has pause words or phrases or things like that.
Yeah, like Ryan always, when Ryan wants to, like when he's looking for something, he goes,
to be fair.
Yeah, to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
Or he just says the N-word.
If I don't have anything to say and I'm looking something up, I'll try to just make a couple noises to like not get dead air.
Yeah.
So
I hate dead air on stream.
Yeah, everyone has little phrases that they use a lot, which can get annoying to some, depending on how much you say it. Ronan the Crusader gifted a membership. Thank you, Ronan. Kevin gifts 10 Geeks Gamers memberships.
You mad lad, Kevin. Holy crap. Hey, Kevin dropped $500 super chat last night.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It said nothing.
Just that clown for two says Elon pick. Thank you. I was like, what the fuck? There it is. There's Elon. Thank you.
So I tonight again at 5 p.m. we're going to be doing the gaming stream with the game we've been working on. Looking forward to that, Undercity Warzone. And I'm gonna, when this stream ends, it's gonna raid my D-Day Cobra 199 channel. That's where the stream will take place, so you guys can continue your conversations over there if you choose, of course. But we still got more super chats because again, the more people sit there and try to spam the chat, the more super chats we get. We've already made nearly $1,000 today. Thank you guys. This is a good problem to have for me. Holy shit, man.
Yeah, and it has the added benefit of pissing me off because now I can't leave.
Oh god damn, man. You're making me money, you're making Ryan mad, and we are destroying the trolls. Like, it's a fucking massive win for me. This is the greatest thing ever.
Project Taco for 2. Some Queerdo haters' names are green. Like, if you accept a membership, that means that we actually get the money. So
hell yeah.
Awesome. We appreciate it.
Go.
SBZ for 5. FYI, chickens in the chat will not bother Jeremy. They only empower him. If you truly want to bother him, put whale bones instead. Hashtag DanVast 2024.
I usually only comment on them when I see them not showing up anymore, because when they show up, I make money. So people are like, Jeremy, chill, it's just a joke. Yeah, I know. Calm down. I'm just monetizing you. It's okay.
D's Webos for 199. If you spam a chicken, you're a hotao in Spanish. I don't know if that's some slur, but there you go.
If you have not been banned from my chat, it's because I have allowed you to stay here so I can use you for money. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you.
Alicia Baker for $2. Got my new 199 backpack, my new bug out bag. That is awesome. Yeah, people are loving the 199 backpack.
Yes, we gotten a lot of great feedback on those. I told you guys that those 199 backpacks are fantastic. The quality is amazing. And again, this is why we work with 221B. I think everything that we have gotten from there, I think everybody has been happy with the quality. I'm not going to make as much in profit, but that's fine because we pay for really good quality stuff. But my goal is to have the best quality we can get you guys that's going to last. And that's why we're working with 221B. So shout out to Suresh.
Elite Neo for 20. Sucks that Vic Mignogna's appeal failed due to Ty Beard not submitting crucial TCPA defeating evidence on time. Given how much Funimation and others drag Vic on Twitter, you guys think he should reach out to Elon for recourse? I'll be honest, I have no idea exactly like the details of what you're talking about there. I remember following along with Vic's case, like on Nick's channel and stuff like that for a long time. But I met Vic Mignogna in person. Nice guy.
Yeah.
I think if he feels he still has legal recourse, then he could try. With everything going on, obviously Elon's looking to get justice for people who they feel were, unfairly targeted. So, yeah, for sure. Disco Cobra for 20. Wanted to update everyone. I got both my G&G backpacks in the mail, waiting for a good opportunity to use them. Took pics as well. They look premium.
They are premium. They're badass too. I wish we could have had people have them at the con, but we just could not get them out in time. And I do apologize for that. We tried, but just couldn't quite do it.
CJ for 5. I'm here to spam the chat with $5. Thank you, CJ. Julio Cal 69 for 10. I bought a pop-off doll off a dork that gave me attitude when I asked if he had a Cara Dune. I'd love for her to sign it. Does she have a PO box or she'll do that? I've always wondered. I don't know about that, but she's doing a lot of conventions all across here and even like Canada, and I think somewhere in Europe. So I would say check the schedule, see if he's coming to a con near you. Hi Guy Reviewing, member for 4 months. Holy crap, I hit a milestone. Hail the 199. Hey, shout out to you, Hi Guy Reviewing. Ian, let's go Bucks. Member for 8 months. The video you referenced about Cara Dune being an SJW on TNME was 100% real. I remember watching it. Didn't know it was deleted though. That's crazy.
That is crazy, isn't it? My video is still up talking about Cara Dune and how Gina Carano is a badass.
Yeah, I mean, my episode 4 Mandalorian season 1 review is also still live. I often get lumped into that group of people that somehow change their minds where mine's still live on my channel. I wouldn't recommend watching it. It's a fucking terrible video. When I first started YouTube, it's a fucking awful video. But when I get to Gina Carano and Cara Dune, I talk about how much I like Cara Dune and I like the character. And I like the way that they were able to show her and understand that it's believable that this chick would have good fighting prowess and was experienced and stuff like that. So I'm glad that still exists, that's still public, that's still live for everyone to see, to know that we shouldn't be lumped in that group of people.
Yeah, my video specifically.
Not to say that people can't change their minds. Of course you can change your mind on shit, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Gina's a badass. I know she's got a lot of new fans suddenly, but some people didn't have to delete their videos in order to pretend that they were always Gina Carano fans, mainly me and Ryan. There you go.
Pranvat Gulati for 100. I don't know what this is. Something Chinese or Indian maybe rupees. I'm not sure. For 100 of them. I get the animosity between you and EBS, Jeremy, but why don't you take his name? Started following you the day Last Jedi released, and he has been real since.
Why don't I take his name? What do you mean, why don't I take his name? I say EBS's name all the fucking time. At the end of the day, if EBS wants to spend his time talking about me and sending people to my chat, I'm fine with that. I'm not going to do the same because it's not worth my time. But when I have to see it in my chat, then I'm going to respond and I'm going to take advantage like I would anybody else that's ever done it to me. But I would never, ever ask my chat to go to his or anyone else's chat. I've never done that. I did laugh at Tim Pool when Tim Pool's own chat was memeing on him, but I never send people to people's chats because it's literally against terms of service. So I'm not going to ever ask anybody to go spam another creator. I know how terms of service works. Trust me, there's a lot of things I like to do on this platform. But YouTube is very fucking finicky about that shit. And they have algorithms and bots that are watching everything. So keep that in mind. It's not a good idea to break terms of service openly, consistently every day. I'm not going to do it because I'm not retarded.
Green-haired anti-liberal for $20 with a bunch of emojis, a bunch of like hatching chicken emojis, and then eventually it ends up being fried. I think there's something about chicken in the chat. I feel left out. I figure I should call attention to it. Y'all know what it's about? People really like to eat chicken or something? With a
Chicken
couple
is good.
emojis after that.
Zaxby's is personally my favorite.
Bro, they're opening up another Raising Cane's here.
They did, and I still haven't eaten there yet. Now, Raising Cane's is good because of the sauce and the bread. Now, the chicken's good. But the chicken without the sauce and the bread, like, it's still good. It's really good.
Hold up. Literally everything about Cane's is superior to Zaxby's.
I mean, listen, the chicken is really fucking good at Cane's. I'm just saying, I don't know how I feel about it in isolation compared to Zaxby's in isolation.
Well,
but when you add the
I don't have
bread
to
and the
say I
sauce-
don't know. I will say definitively, every single thing at Cane's is superior to what you could get at Zaxby's. The benefit to Zaxby's is there's more than just chicken strips, right? There's a lot of other things on the menu you can order. But the chicken itself is better. The fries are better. The bread is better, and the sauce is better. So Cane's is superior in every way to Zaxby's.
Okay, so I'll give you the fries, I'll give you the sauce, I'll give you the bread. I think the chicken is the one thing that's debatable, Zaxby's versus Cane's. It's debatable. I'm not saying there's a definitive.
Fucking then say it. Do you think it's better or worse?
I don't fucking know. If you tell me you can only have the chicken from Cane's and the chicken from Zaxby's and none of the other added stuff that comes with it, I might pick Zaxby's just on chicken alone. But when you give me the whole,
say might, say you would or you wouldn't.
Fuck you. I don't know which one. It's not like if you say Culver's Burger versus Five Guys, I'm going to take Culver's every day. Are they close? Yes, I'll take Culver's every day.
Ooh. See, now I could see that argument if you're talking like price, because Five Guys is so expensive. But to me, like, there's almost nothing better than a Five Guys burger.
Dude, Culver's Butter Burger destroys every burger that's that's considered fast food except for In-N-Out. In-N-Out's the only one that's close. In-N-Out's the only one that's close.
Dude.
In-N-Out's the only one that's close.
You're fucking wild.
No, I'm not. The Butter Burger is fucking
it's fucking good. It's really fucking good. Yeah, yeah. It doesn't
tier.
blow away. It doesn't blow away a Five Guys burger.
It's the S tier. Yes. Now, so the top three burgers from fast food, places or however you want to, it's Culver's, In-N-Out, Five Guys. Those are the three best burgers you can find for, like national chains or at least, big chained places that would be considered fast food style. Right there.
Like a well of those to me, it's Five Guys, Culver's. Down here is In-N-Out. Just for the record.
It's Culver's, In-N-Out right here, and then Five Guys.
You know why I think maybe you feel that way is because you don't like anything on your burger other than like
that's
meat
not
and cheese,
true.
right?
That's not true because so coincidentally enough, when I'm at Five Guys, I put A1 and barbecue on my burger.
That also is weird that you put both. Like that is like that's one of the fucking like most insane things I've ever fucking heard.
I put A1 and barbecue on my burger at Five Guys.
That's one of the most fucking wild things I could imagine. But I more meant in terms of like not a single like not usually any type of vegetable or do you like bacon on them?
I don't. I obviously I love bacon, but I typically don't like to
burger,
put bacon on the burger. And really, it's because I'm picky. I like bacon crispy, and a lot of times it's not crispy. You know what I mean? It drives me
agree
crazy.
with that. I agree with that. Like if you have a floppy ass piece of bacon on a burger,
it's terrible.
It sucks. Yeah,
it's
that can suck.
Yes. Man, me and Ryan just agreed on something. Oh shit, that's
I agree
weird.
with that. Yeah.
Yeah, floppy bacon is terrible.
Yeah, people that like floppy bacon are disgusting individuals.
Yeah, like I judge them harshly. Can we get bacon in the chat?
When I go to places, I ask for it to be extra crispy because I don't want to, by happenstance, get a floppy piece of shit. Spider Unlimited for $20. Just want to say thank you for keeping up the good fight. Apologies for canceling all memberships and less interaction. Biden's America/recession. I fell in tough times financially. Still listening and supporting every day. Dude, Spider, never feel any pressure, anything to to donate for sure. We appreciate you watching. Appreciate all the people in chat.
Fucking bacon and chicken in the chat. Bacon, chicken, and super chats. Welcome to Geeks and Gamers.
What's your favorite breakfast food?
I don't like eating breakfast in the morning. I like eating breakfast in the evening. But I like scrambled eggs. Pancakes and waffles. I'm always back and forth on that, but I tend to like pancakes more than waffles. So I like scrambled eggs. I like pancakes, and I like bacon, and usually like a biscuit with gravy.
By hash browns?
I don't like hash browns that much. They're okay.
Oh my God, I fucking love it. Especially the shredded potato hash browns that get given you in like a rectangular clump that's like cooked on both sides. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Those hash browns. My mouth is fucking watering just thinking about it. Jesus.
Listen, sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle.
No, bacon, egg, and cheese better.
No, I like the sausage, egg, and cheese.
Bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle.
Sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle is so fucking good. It's so good. It has no business being that good. But the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle is S tier. 100%.
Bro, I used to go and get 5 bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddles and 5 hash browns. That was I'd eat that for breakfast in high school. Oh my gosh. Alec Baldwin's finger for 20. This 199 backpack is badass.
Hell yeah.
Alec Baldwin's finger.
Hell yeah.
Nearsighted Cyclops or Cyclopes would be multiple, but I think it's Cyclops. Member for 6 months. McDonald's is S tier according to y'all. Just saying. After that vid, all your fast food takes are suspect.
I can't argue with that. I can 100% take that. Someone said, "Why aren't we bigger?" I listen. It is a very strange thing that the way that I eat and I've actually been losing weight. And I know Ryan's lost a lot of weight recently. And it wasn't past 6-8 months, probably. You know, like you. I'm not saying you were fat, but I'm just saying like you've definitely trimmed up.
Yeah. I mean? Well, after the holidays, I need to trim down a little bit before MegaCon. You know what I mean?
I've lost about 15 pounds in the past month and a half. So, because I was over 200 for the first time ever. That was the first time I've ever been over 200, and I'm like, bro.
When he said, "Why aren't you bigger?" I thought he was talking about the channel.
Oh no! Why aren't we bigger? Because we're fucking stupid. Yeah. So,
Yo Pops for 2. I don't know, Jeremy. Sometimes you're retarded. Project Taco for 2. Not done till we say done. Jeremy and Ryan, you seamen. Thank you. Yo Pops for 2. Chicken fingers are not good. Change my mind. Go eat at Cane's.
Chicken fingers are good.
And if you want a chicken sandwich, they do a chicken sandwich. They just put 3 tenders on it.
Yeah.
Ministry of Wrong Think for 199. Jeremy takes Culver's every day. 5 guys every night. Hayden for 5. The best chicken is Chicken Express, but it seems to be a Texas thing. It's much better than Cane's.
Chicken Express. Never heard of that.
I don't believe you, and I'll never eat there, so I can never confirm if you're right or not. Linko Kenobi for 5. What's up, guys? Got my backpack yesterday and posted it to Twitter. I'll be taking with me to Vegas. Hail Gina Carano in the 199. Love you guys.
Hell yeah, that's right. We're going to see a lot of those backpacks in Vegas. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Hell yeah.
Yo, pause for 2. Ryan's gay. Take on In-N-Out. Oh, Ryan's gay take on In-N-Out. I get it. Like, what the fuck? Ronan the Crusader for 5. 5 guys at number 3. That's why you're a fig, Jeremy. Elite Neo for 5. Fast food tier list, take 2, aka burger tier list coming out. Win. Never. We got more backlash for that than I did for my Batman review. Yo, pause for 2. Your guy's palate is out of a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Agmar WK for 5. Jeremy, you need to try the grilled cheeseburger from 5 Guys. It'll change your opinion.
I do like a grilled cheese. So, a grilled cheese burger? Is that what they said?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll have to look into that.
You know what's really good? The Frisco melt from Steak and Shake. Highly underrated sandwich. Go try that if you're ever at Steak and Shake. The Frisco melt. It's fucking amazing.
Man, I when I was younger, I haven't had to change my diet too much, but there's 2 things I've had to stop in my older age, and that is I used to drink a lot of chocolate milk. Holy fuck, man. I used to drink a shit ton of chocolate milk because
that is like baby shit.
Oh my God, chocolate milk's amazing. But I don't do milkshakes with food anymore, dude. I can't do it. Like I used to could do it. I can't do it anymore. Milkshakes and like a burger fucking just wrecks me, dude. I can't. It makes me feel like dog shit, dude. I can't do it.
Man, I love milkshakes. Tobias Nexus for 5. I remember a story. Zach Hazard had been cooking bacon using the heat between the barrel and heat shield of, I think, an MG42, crispy and lethal. That's pretty funny. I've seen a couple people wrap that around a barrel and cook shit before. So, Lee Cranmer for 2. Arby's chicken cordon bleu sandwich is the best. Never had that one.
Never had that one.
Steiner
I do like
Math,
Arby's though. I like Arby's.
Steiner Math for 5. When is the wrestling stream? Maybe dedicate it to the one and only freak in the sheets, the big bad booty daddy.
Big bad booty daddy, Scott Steiner. Dude, Scott Steiner's so awesome.
Elite Neo for 5. Speaking of great breakfast, shit on a shingle. Ryan is a former military man. You should know what that is. Shit on a shingle. I don't know if I've heard that one, Elite Neo. Eric K for 2. Jeremy is on a high protein diet. Gay cruise. Gunny Z for 10. Jeremy, thanks for correcting the length of the drawstrings on your hoodie. As an old Marine, that grabtastic look was getting on my last frayed nerve. Angry Badger, welcome to the 199. BZ for 5. In and Out bottom tier. What's next? You're going to say you pre-ordered Starfield? I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying it's overrated. That's always been my thing about In and Out. It's fine, fantastic. Especially for the price. Like if you're factoring in price, I could see reasonably why people move In and Out like higher. But I think it's like a 6 out of 10 burger standalone.
Oof.
CJ for 5. They don't have the best burgers, but if you include breakfast, the fries, the shakes, and McFlurries, I agree. McDonald's is S tier.
Yeah, I think that's the way that we were approaching. It's just that's so many options. You know what I mean? And again, if you do get like fresh McDonald's, which is very rare, oh, it's fucking so good. It's
Taker
so
for 5. If the defamation awards against Trump, Giuliani, and Alex Jones are anything to go by, Gina should easily be awarded hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Lower Lips Liquor for 5. Sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin and added hash brown in the sandwich. I like the if I'm gonna, I'll do McGriddle before anything else. If I don't do that, then I do the biscuits at McDonald's. Project Taco for 5. Chicken Express is shit, you freak, and I'm Texan. Get the fuck out. Don't eat there if you're in Texas. Thank you. Agmar WK for 5. Is on their secret menu. Get some Cajun fries while you're at it. Page 1 for 5. Colors is coming soon to Orange Beach. So happy. General
Orange
Duality
Beach is
for
awesome.
2.
I love Orange Beach.
Have y'all had Freddy's? They have really good burgers. Raising Cane sucks, and Chicken Express in the Dallas-Fort Worth areas has solid chicken place.
Freddy's is good.
Literally fuck everything that you just said.
Freddy's is good.
I had a really bad experience at Freddy's, so.
Oh, poor fucking you. Who gives a shit? Still a
So
good
fuck,
food.
so fuck it.
Oh, I had a bad
Terrible.
experience. It's so fucking gay to say that.
No, they fucking
I had a bad experience. You've had a bad experience every fucking place you go.
But I've been to Freddy's 2 times in my life, and both times it was fucking horrendous. It was
you.
different Freddy's.
It's
Yeah.
you.
But I'll have a bad experience at McDonald's 4 out of 10 times I go. Right? If it's every time I go someplace, I'm fucking out.
4 out of 10 is so bad. Like, how do you have a bad experience 4 out of 10 times?
Have you seen McDonald's workers? I'm just being real. Especially because it depends on my laziness. There's a McDonald's that's closer to me that I know will probably fuck my shit up because I can literally go in there and look at the workers and I'm like, this ain't gonna go well. But it's closer to me. There's one that's like another 10-minute drive where I look at those people, I'm like, wow, this is gonna be like a Chick-fil-A experience. And I know it's gonna be better, but it's a little further away. But I think we're caught up.
All right, we're caught up. Thank you.
No, we're not. Fuck. Orozco for $1. It's all about the Lord's chicken, you filthy heathens. Thank you. Elite Neo for 2. Shit on a shingle equals creamed chip beef on toast. Oh, no, I've never heard of that one. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Is that it?
Yeah,
that's it. All right. Thank you guys. All right. So this stream is going to raid my D-Day Cobra 199 stream. That's where we're playing the brand new game within Fortnite, and it is Undercity Warzone. A lot of us are going to be there playing it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see all of you there, and I hope to see you guys playing there as well, because the island code is going to be public, and this is just the first kind of. I'd actually, it's just like this is the second step of us kind of getting into the gaming world, but I'm really excited about it. So a lot of people are hungry. A lot of people are hungry. So, all right, guys, thank you. Have a great day, and I'll see you at 5 p.m. over on D-Day Cobra 199. Bye, everyone.